it down. Stop. Hammer time.
Alright, welcome back. So we're carrying on with why vegan, whole food, plant-based. So we went over 3 basic things: health, environment and ethics. So now we're just going to have a quick look at meat, why we shouldn't eat meat. We could also say why we should eat meat. Well, we could eat meat, clearly it's got nutrition, clearly it's got calories, it's got a lot of B vitamins, but it's what comes with that. It's a package deal. So it doesn't just come with some calories and some vitamins and minerals, it also comes with saturated fat and cholesterol, the leading cause of cardiovascular disease. But then there's a whole lot more involved in that as well, not just saturated fat and cholesterol. So we're going to go through some of the other things that are actually in meat that are so damaging to us. So first is your animal protein. Second is agrochemicals. Then you've got carnitine, which is a TMAO. We've got endotoxins, environmental contaminants, heme iron, hormones and antibiotics, Ne4,5-GC, a pro-inflammatory molecule, heterocyclic amines from cooking, hydrocarbons, AGE, advanced glycine end products, and then saturated fat and cholesterol, upregulation of cancer promoting genes. All of that is in meat. Saturated fat is also in some plants, nuts and seeds and avocados, at extremely low levels. Zero cholesterol in any plant food. Cholesterol is the leading cause for heart disease. Then saturated fat works alongside of it. No cholesterol in plant foods. Your body makes all the cholesterol it needs. Dietary cholesterol, which is from eating animal products, is the leading cause of cardiovascular disease. From eating it, not from what your body makes. So let's just have a look at one of these. Animal protein. Okay, all animal protein is acidic to the kidneys. All plant food is alkaline to the kidneys. What does that mean? Alkaline means it's easy on the kidneys, it actually does no harm. Acidic means it does harm to the kidneys. All animal products, be it eggs, milk, fish, beef, pork, whatever, all animal protein is acidic to the kidneys. It creates a load on the kidneys. This is how you discover if someone has kidney failure. You take a urine test and read the protein levels in the kidneys. Leaking protein from the kidneys. Stress from animal products. So, carnitine or TMAOs. So what are TMAOs? Well, I've just brought up my website so I can read you out a little bit about TMAOs. So, what is bad about this TMAO? It appears to increase the buildup of cholesterol in the inflammatory cells in the atherosclerotic plaques in our arteries, increasing our risk of heart attack, stroke and death. What does carnitine do? It's involved in the energy production of the mitochondria in our cells. The enzyme that uses carnitine to help us burn fat, carnitine palmitoyl transferase, is actually upregulated by 60% in those eating a meat-free diet, which helps explain why those eating a plant-based diets tend to be slimmer. So carnitine is actually produced by your body. You make it yourself. So when you eat animal products, you're actually eating carnitine on top. So it's a non-dietary required thing that you're actually eating on top of what your body already makes. So when you eat it, it turns into the TMAOs. A person that doesn't eat animal products, doesn't eat carnitine, doesn't produce TMAOs. The person that doesn't eat animal products, body upregulates their own carnitine to burn fat. How do we keep carnitine away from our gut bacteria? Zero dietary requirement in our body for eating carnitine. It makes all we need. The problem is that the bodies of the other animals make all that they need. So when we eat them, their carnitine can end up in our gut for those bacteria to feast upon, resulting in the TMAO. So that's some fairly heavy stuff there. That's only one. That's only carnitine. Right, endotoxins. So that's the next one we'll quickly cover. So an anti-inflammatory effect of a plant-based diet is more than just the power of plants. It's the avoidance of animal foods. We've known for 14 years that a single meal of meat, dairy and eggs triggers an inflammatory reaction inside the body within hours of consumption. This results in a stiffening of arteries. Within 5 to 6 hours the inflammation starts to cool down, but what happens? Lunchtime, another meal, we do it all over again. So we end up with a chronic low-grade inflammation all of our lives. Every time we eat, we don't get to recover. This sets us up for inflammatory diseases such as heart disease, diabetes and certain cancers, one meal at a time. For the first time ever, 27 common foodstuffs were tested and they found endotoxin equivalents in foods such as pork, poultry, dairy and egg products, as well as certain fermented foods. So, NEU5GC, the inflammatory meat molecule. What are the dietary implications of eating this? In short, there's a molecule called NEU5GC found in non-human animals but not made by the human species. Cancerous breast tissue tumours appear to incorporate this molecule that women consume in meat, dairy to trick their immune systems into creating an environment of low-grade inflammation that breast cancer thrives on. Our own cancer may use what we feed on to get what it feeds on. So that's a brief summary of the inflammatory meat molecule NEU5GC. You don't want it. AGEs, Advanced Glycation End Products. So Harvard's Meat Mortality Study 2012. Results of two major Harvard studies were published following more than 100,000 men and women and their diets for up to 22 years. They found red meat consumption was associated with living a significantly shorter life, increased cancer mortality, increased heart disease mortality, and increased overall mortality. So, what exactly was in the meat that was significantly increasing death rates from cancer, heart disease, and shortening people's lives? A few possibilities include heme iron, nitrosamines, biogenic amines, advanced glycation end products, arachidonic acid, steroids, toxic metals, drug residues, viruses, heterocyclic amines, PCBs, dioxins and other industrial pollutants. So if we just move a bit further back into the AGs again, glycotoxins are in our food to suppress cytokine activity, I don't know what that is, also known as advanced glycation end products. Our modern diet includes excessive AGEs, which can be neurotoxic. High levels in the blood may predict cognitive decline over time. If you measure the urine levels of glycotoxins flowing through the bodies of older adults, those with the highest levels went on to suffer the greatest cognitive decline over the subsequent 9 years. Researchers in Australia provided the first evidence linking AGEs with this kind of cerebral brain loss. Limiting one's consumption of these compounds may end up having significant public health benefits. Because stearin deficiency is both preventable and reversible by dietary AGE reduction, a therapeutic strategy that includes eating less AGEs may offer a new strategy to combat the epidemic of Alzheimer's. Some glycotoxins are produced internally, particularly in diabetics, but anyone can get them from smoking and eating, particularly foods high in fat, and protein cooked at high temperatures. Well, guess what those foods are? Animal products, meat in particular, is high in saturated fat, very high in protein, and you cook it at high temperatures.
Yeah, yeah. Come give me the veggies, give me the fruits. Yeah, yeah. Give me the greens, give me the roots. What? Give me the seeds, give me legumes. Come on. I got what you need, I'm giving you truth. I'm a vegan. You could say this is a truth ballad. I start my day off with a fruit salad. I'm carved up, feeling healthy and full of energy. Food is my prevention, I don't need chemical remedies. I don't take prescription pills, I'm never feeling sick or ill. Unless we talking about the rhymes I spit and how I flip my skill. This is real, gotta maintain fitness. Being vegan ain't a diet, it's a lifestyle and we live this. Plant-based bigness, you see the way I lift this. Big heavyweight, I ain't protein deficient.
Go vegan.